Hi folks, today we're going to take a look at Long Island audits, where he goes to a sheriff's department and correctional facility and acts like he has the right to do what he wants and gets shut down by the sheriff. But before we start today's video, as always, a big thank you to all my current and new channel members and subscribers. Without your guys' continuous ongoing support, I couldn't keep the channel going, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the page, leave a like and a comment because it helps with the algorithm, and if you can, please consider becoming a member. With all that being said, let's enjoy today's
Hey, what's up guys? Long Island Audit here, back again with another video. Today we're at the Limestone County Sheriff's Department and Detention Facility here in Alabama. We're here today as always to peacefully exercise our First Amendment right to film in public and publicly accessible areas, to promote transparency and accountability within our government, and to ensure that our public servants recognize our rights and treat us with respect. Let's get into it. Who are you? And your name?
Jacob Rupp, RUPP.
I'm sorry? I can't hear you.
What are you doing?
I'm just taking some pictures and video of the facility
Why?
for my own personal use. What are you doing?
There's a guy out there trying to film the jail.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Well, I was going to go to lunch.
You were going to go to lunch? Don't let me stop you.
You're not stopping me.
Yeah, you're not detained, or you're free to go to get your lunch. There's...
Oh, my body vegetation.
Okay. Enjoy your lunch. Still following me around. Correctional officer. See, the correctional officer's jobs are to monitor the inmates, not free men and women walking around in public. We have
shenanigans.
Na 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 na.
Shenanigans.
Na 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 na.
And we're going to be calling shenanigans here. Because, Sean, you're wrong. A correctional officer's job is to secure and protect the inmates, but also to secure and protect the complex that they are housed in, i.e. a jail or prison. Now, why would they have the right to stop you if you're on their property, questioning while you're taking photos and video of the facility? Perhaps you're trying to help aid in the escape of an inmate or smuggle in contraband. It has happened in the past due to people trying to claim First Amendment activities to do such things. And as of recently in Georgia, drone drops have been happening due to people scouting out prime locations doing the zigzag method.
some more correctional officers here. Hey, how are you? I'm doing well, sir. Beautiful day.
We got somebody out here walking around. You doing good, though?
Yeah, do you mind if I get your name?
Randolph.
Randolph, and your name, sir?
Posey.
Posey, and your name, sir?
Smith.
Thank you, Smith. My name's Sean. I'm just taking some pictures and video of the facility here. Nothing nefarious going on. I spoke to this correctional officer here on his way to lunch. Told him not, mean to interrupt your lunch, but he just taking some pictures and videos here. Nothing nefarious going on.
Sounds good to me. You need bottled water or anything? Don't get too hot out here, though.
No, thank you. I appreciate the offer. I really do. Thank you. It is getting a little hot out here, but beautiful day.
Yes, sir, it is.
It's a beautiful day outside. Beautiful day. So,
Take care. We'll have a good one.
Don't have my permission to use my likeness in your field.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't hear you. Your truck is very loud.
You don't. Liar! Have my permission to use my likeness in your film.
I don't have your permission to use your likeness.
Yeah, you're not using my image on your film.
Well, we're in public. You have security cameras
What's your
here.
name?
Well, my name is Sean.
Sean what?
Just Sean.
Sean, you gotta have a last name.
Just Sean, sir.
My attorney's gonna need it.
Your attorney's gonna need it. I'm sure he'll find me. It's just Sean, though.
Sean what?
Just Sean. Just Sean.
Yeah, so much for you being transparent and being a true journalist, because if you were a true journalist, you would be transparent with them. You would tell them, your name is Sean Paul Reyes, a convicted criminal. But no, it's not about transparency. It's about you trying to get a reaction, trying to make government employees and correctional officers and law enforcement officers look bad in some way.
Why would your attorney need it? Is your likeness, you're in public, aren't you?
Not on your camera, I'm not.
You are in public. This is a public place. We're in public. You have security cameras here filming me.
What I'm saying is I don't know what you're doing.
I would appreciate it if you backed away from me.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
I would appreciate that. Just back away.
But what I can say,
I would appreciate it if you backed away from me.
you're in public.
You're standing inches from me. Back away.
You're in public.
Back away, officer. De-escalate. Get back in your truck and go have your lunch. Go enjoy your lunch. This is not what you want to do.
What's the name of your YouTube page?
You want to go to lunch. That's what you want to do. You don't want to do this.
I don't think the Force is with him, and the Jedi mind trick he's trying to pull is going to work.
There's no reason for it. You thought you were going to intimidate me coming up on me like that. Didn't work, did it? Didn't back up an inch. Now please back up and de-escalate. Or go get your supervisor. Can you call a supervisor? Because this guy is trying to intimidate me. You intimidate those guys in there, you ain't going to intimidate me. You intimidate them because they're in handcuffs and they're in cells. I'm not in either one of those right now. So you're not intimidating me. Now back up, go to lunch, stop harassing me, stop trying to intimidate me. Tyrant.
Man, Sean, you're such a badass. You told him, you got him to de-escalate. You're such a coward. He wasn't trying to intimidate you. He could have if he wanted to. He's actually doing his job, trying to make sure you're not there to smuggle in contraband or do anything like that. The fact that you said that he intimidates those guys because they're in handcuffs and they're in cells, give it time. You'll end up back in handcuffs in a cell.
I'd like to speak to a supervisor, sir.
I'm the supervisor here right now.
You're a supervisor here right now? You're sergeant?
But I will talk to you if you turn that off. I don't want my likeness used either.
Right, I understand that you guys have a problem with likenesses being used. I get all that, Sarge. But you just saw one of your
If you
officers.
get it, then turn the thing off. All he asked you was your name, so he can make sure that
And I said
his
my name is
likeness
Sean.
doesn't get used on any.
He can do whatever he likes. That's fine. He can do that.
All right.
But what he can't do is try and intimidate members of the public.
We
And
will
you,
have-
as a supervisor,
we will
allowed
have
it to
We
happen.
will have a deputy here shortly. You can talk to him.
You allowed that as a supervisor to happen, for him to come up in my space and intimidate me.
Okay.
So you just allow your officers to intimidate members of the public? Sergeant? Is that how you run this operation you have here? Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
You cannot video inside.
This is a public lobby.
Ooh, access denied.
Do not videotape in this building.
I'm here to get a complaint form, since you don't want to take
Okay,
that complaint.
complaint form is right down here at dispatch.
This is not a public lobby?
If you need a complaint form, go to dispatch.
Okay,
That's
but
where
this
you
is a
pick
public
that up
lobby,
at.
correct? I don't consent to using my likeness on your security camera footage, just so you know. So this is just the visitor center, guys. We're not going to be intimidated by these tyrants. So we have a deputy here, just arriving on scene, Limestone County Sheriff's Deputy. We're going to be getting that complaint form to file against that rogue tyrant officer.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Who thinks he could just try and intimidate members of the public. There are public servants. Hey, sir, how are you?
How are you?
Good, good.
I'm a sorting Moore, the sheriff's office here.
Hey, Sergeant.
Was concerned.
Right.
Something wrong, or?
Sergeant Moore, no, it was just, my name is Sean. I'm an independent journalist. I'm just taking...
You're not even a real journalism. That's right.
Taking some B-roll footage of the facility here. I'm working on a story,
Okay.
the county facility here. And while I was doing that, some correctional officers approached me. One in particular, he got in my face, tried to intimidate me. And, you know, I just wanted to file a complaint against that correctional officer.
Okay, you'll have to say that with their supervisor. I'm a patrol sergeant.
Right.
That's going to be a...
Right, the supervisor just ignored me. He saw it happen. Like I said, he got like right in my face, like inches from my face.
Okay. Which supervisor do you speak to with corrections?
I believe it was Sergeant Smith.
Sergeant Smith?
Smith was one of their names. There was about 5 of them out here.
This is such a crock of shit.
So, I just spoke. He went back inside.
Okay.
But you are a law enforcement officer?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep. So, as far as the recording goes, it's not an issue. You have a First Amendment right to freedom of the press, all that kind of stuff, as long as you are not recording anything going on within the facility or causing a disruption to the
right, no restricted areas or
of
anything like that.
facility.
Right, no restricted areas, and I'm not interfering with anything. I'm just quietly gathering my content for my story. Like I said, it's just the intimidation tactics used here. I don't really appreciate them. And
Oh, but baby.
I'm not, as you just said, I'm not breaking any laws. I'm not doing anything illegal, so I don't see why that would happen.
What kind of story are you working on? What kind of journal are you?
Government corruption. I investigate government corruption.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then. You said your name's Sean?
Yeah, Sean.
Your
Yep.
last name Sean?
It's just Sean.
Just Sean?
Yeah, just Sean. Just Sean.
All right, then, Sean. Well, as long as you do not hinder any kind of government operations or go in any kind of restricted access areas or film anything within the facility, you have a wonderful day.
Have a great day. Definitely was not trying to hear any of his directives.
My apologies for those technical interruptions. We had to edit out some footage of Sean trying to put an ad in for Attorney Shield, the app that he's trying to push. An app that's designed by frauditors for frauditors that can't help them fraud it. And with that apologies out of the way, let's continue today's video.
Hi, ma'am. I was looking to get a complaint form.
Okay, give me just a second.
No problem. Take your time.
Okay, sir, so my higher-ups are at lunch right now. We don't have complaint forms. You can talk to somebody and file a complaint.
Right, so there's no form that exists to file a complaint against a correctional officer?
Not at my office, no.
Not at your office.
No.
Where is the main sheriff's department?
So this is the main sheriff's department. The front office is just around the front.
I find it really just mind-boggling that there's not a form.
So the complaint starts if you have an issue with a deputy or a corrections officer, you talk to their supervisor, you go over with them, and then if there's anything to the complaint, the supervisor will then do a written counseling with the person you have the complaint on if there is any kind of violation of policy.
Right.
So there's not a form that I know of for you to fill out. However, when you speak to the supervisor, if there was a violation of policy or some kind of unethical conduct, the supervisor can then do a written counseling or a written disciplinary with the person, and it goes in their personnel file.
So, according to you, there is no formal complaint forms for the sheriff's department, for the Limestone County Sheriff's Department?
To my knowledge, that is correct.
Okay. And your name was again?
Sergeant Moore.
Sergeant Moore. Thanks, Sergeant Moore. I think that's ridiculous, but all right. Absolutely ridiculous. No complaint forms?
Hey, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing, sir?
Are you with the Limestone County
Yes.
Sheriff's Office?
Yes, sir.
Just a quick question for you.
Okay.
I was told that there doesn't exist complaint forms to file a complaint against a deputy or a correctional officer in this case. Do you know that
not a form?
like a form, like a complaint form, like somebody comes into the sheriff's department and says, "Hey, I want to file a complaint against deputy so and so."
Sure.
You just speak to a supervisor. There's no form you fill out.
Yeah. So, not that I know. There's not, because I'm just patrol deputy.
Okay.
If you do want to make a complaint, you can just
Speak
call
to
up here
supervisor.
Monday through Friday and report it to our captain.
Okay.
Captain
Just mind-boggling to me. That I've been to police departments all across the country, and everybody
Yes,
has a complaint form. So,
It's not really baffling or hard to understand. There's different rules and different policies for different places. I mean, Just because one city has complaint forms doesn't mean another would have to. There's no law saying that they are mandatory. But they are given the options to address a complaint. They're telling you can call and speak to the commanding officer of these officers and these corrections officers and deal with it that way. If not, well, you go through other channels. But they are providing the channels to do so. So, Sean.
And there could be one,
right?
But not to my
no, but
knowledge.
your sergeant told me there wasn't one, so
Okay.
I'm going to take his word for
Yes,
it.
sir.
But thanks, I appreciate you answering my question. Thank you. You too. Thank you. Absolutely ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen.
Josh.
Hey, Josh.
Thank you for requesting to talk with me.
Yes,
Sheriff.
Yes, sir. I would love to speak to you.
So you got a complaint?
Yeah. So I was out here just taking some pictures and video. I was very cordial to everybody who came into contact with me, and an officer Rupp said, "What are you doing?" I told him what I was doing. I was taking some pictures and video. I told him my name is Sean. I don't provide any other identifying information other than that, but Officer Rupp became very aggressive, got out of his vehicle. He was supposed to go to lunch. He says, "Hey, I'm going to lunch." I said, "All right, so go to lunch. Have a nice lunch, officer." He gets right into my face, literally an inch from my face, inches from my face, and just stands there and stares at me and tries to intimidate me, all because I'm engaged in a constitutionally protected activity. I'm not here to harass anybody. I'm not here to try and do anything criminal in nature. I'm here to exercise my rights.
Can you show me the video of what happened?
Sure, I can show you the video, no problem. I can show it to you.
Real quick and I'll discuss it.
Okay, I'll show it to you. Hold on. That's basically everything that transpired, Sheriff.
Here's the deal, man. You're welcome to film and do everything. All right. I know what you're here for. You may get some reaction out of people. I'm gonna go talk to them and let them know that you can be here and you can do this. It's just part of it. But as long as you don't start harassing no one or sticking it up anybody's face, I don't care, man. You're welcome to be here. So.
Right.
But
what do you?
Talk to him.
Right. So I'm not looking for anybody to harass me. I'm not looking for anybody to intimidate me.
But are you trying? You're trying to provoke a reaction out of people. So
well, you.
Yes.
You just watched the video.
But he didn't do anything illegal, did he?
It's very concerning that you're the sheriff of this county and you don't. You could say he didn't do anything illegal.
He didn't.
He didn't do anything illegal. Well, I would consider it harassment, so I would consider it illegal.
But he's law enforcement. He's there to enforce laws. He's not there to enforce feelings because he's not the feelings police. As a matter of fact, according to Alabama law, State Statute 13A 11.8, harassment, a person commits the crime of harassment if with the intent to harass, annoy, or alarm another person, he or she physically strikes, shoves, kicks, or otherwise touches a person or subjects him or her to physical contact, or directs abusive or obscene language, or makes obscene gestures towards another person. Since all he did was stand there and not do anything to strike you or touch you in any way, or make any obscene gestures or use any obscene language, he did not break the law.
I would consider it illegal. If I did that to you, if I walked up to you, so if it's not illegal, I can walk up to you and get in your face, right?
Yeah, you don't bother me, but you're not going to do to other people.
Okay, but I didn't do it to him. He came up to me. You saw the video, Sheriff.
I will go and I will talk to him.
But you saw the video. I was nowhere near him.
Listen to me, okay? Like I said, you're free to be out here, film, record, take pictures, whatever you want to do.
Right.
If you get a provoked reaction out of what you're trying to look for, you can't go complaining, but he didn't do anything.
Boom. Roasted.
Legal. I will address it with him, but other than that,
but what about recording? Recording is provoking anybody, Sheriff? Huh? Just recording in and of itself is not provoking.
Right here today.
My goal is to peacefully exercise my rights and to see how our public servants, including yourself, Sheriff,
see if you can provoke.
No.
Grade myself, huh? I don't think so. Homie, don't play that.
No. To see how they react to us engaging in a constitutionally protected activity. It's scary to me. You took an oath. You are the sheriff of this county. You took an oath to uphold the Constitution. You're not going to have a civil conversation because one of your. It is. I'm not being argumentative. You're saying that I'm here provoking people, but you're not taking accountability for your officers who tried to provoke me and intimidate me. Shameless behavior, Sheriff.
And we're going to end the video here, folks. Sean went on for a 5-minute long tirade that the sheriff didn't want to humiliate himself or degrade himself in having a pointless conversation with an idiot who just wanted to talk over him and not actually have a discussion. As the sheriff pointed out, his deputy didn't do anything wrong. He didn't break the law. But in Sean's eyes, it's all it takes. Because somebody standing up for themselves and their rights violates his rights. So if you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up and a comment because it helps me with the algorithm. And if you can, please consider becoming a member. With all that being said, be well, be safe, and a special thank you to all members of the news team. Without your guys' continuous support, I couldn't keep this channel going, so I want to thank all of you personally from the bottom of my heart.